Welcome people! This is FisherTwelve and we have another exciting Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video for you guys today. As always, and this video is actually going to be centered around the MLG Pro League because this video is my Season 1 predictions video. So I'm going to go through all 12 teams, tell you the placing that I think they're going to get, and give a little explanation why. And I'm hoping that as I do more of these MLG Pro League videos, you guys are going to start to gain an interest in the Pro League. Because Call of Duty eSports, or eSports in general really, is the hottest topic right now. You know, you see sites like the New York Times, Good Morning America, Fox Sports, all these big news sites reporting on eSports. There's been a lot of coverage focused around Call of Duty. This is the next big thing, and I'm hoping you guys can get on board with this train with me. So let's not waste any more time dilly-dallying and get on into the picks. Starting in the 12th spot, or should I say ending in the 12th spot, really, is going to be AR. You know, not to take anything away from these guys, because I do like the talent that they have on the team, but not much is different than the Curse Orange team we saw at the beginning of Ghosts, and they were supposed to be the A squad of Curse, and they ended up being the B squad. It was Curse Black who overshadowed and outshined Curse Orange. And because this team isn't much different, I don't expect the results to be much different. Not to mention the fact that Tipsy had a recent issue with the law, and I don't think he attended Columbus, so they're automatically behind all the other teams in terms of just playing together and building chemistry and getting adjusted to all the play styles in the new game. And I think this step back is going to, lead to a bad placing in Season 1, unfortunately. In the 11th spot, I have Rise Nation, and that's because they lost Looney and Attach. In my opinion, not to take anything away from Wheats or Pac-Man, they lost their two best players on that team. They lost their two Slayers, too. And this game is really proving to be slaying power is what wins games. It's not so really much objective work or out-strategizing. It's really slaying power, at least after this first land and the couple online matches that we've seen so far. And I don't think that Rise is going to be able to produce the same slaying power that they were as last season. They definitely added Diabolic, and Diabolic is going to be a top slayer just like Attach is now, but I don't think that is going to happen in Season 1, and I think ultimately Rise is going to finish in 11th. In 10th, I have Elevate. And I know that may surprise people because people are going to look at this team and think that there's a lot of talent on this team. And not that I don't think that there's a lot of talent on this team, but I'm predicting that this team is just not going to work together. I'm predicting that all the gears are not going to be rotating in the same direction. There's going to be heads butting. There's going to be a little bit of a conflict. They did just switch over to a new organization. I'm not sure how much impact that's going to have, but I mean, I'm definitely going to be wrong if somehow Miracles, Spacely, Killa, and Study somehow just find a way to pull it together. I definitely think Mirix and Killa are still the championship caliber players that they were previously. Study, too. Study's a championship caliber player, too, as we saw with Envy. But I definitely think on Envy, and when Spacely was playing on Noble, they definitely had a lot more help in the slaying roles than they do on this team right now. In the 9th slot, I have TK, and I don't think TK is a bad team by any means. I definitely think they're going to win a championship in Advanced Warfare. I don't know about Season 1, but definitely in Advanced Warfare, that's for sure. They did add Looney, who is a great addition to their team. I do have a video about what he adds to TK coming out probably in the next couple of weeks. But ultimately, Goonjar, Theory, and Sharp all still live in the same location. They're dealing with the same connection. We all know Sharp has probably the worst connection out of all the pro players. And connection will ultimately be their downfall in Advanced Warfare Season 1 as it was in the last season of Ghost. In the 8th spot, I have Aware Gaming. I think Aware is probably the most underestimated and most overlooked team. I think there is a lot of potential here. They definitely surprised everyone at MLG Columbus in the open bracket. And Happy, everyone has been talking about Happy, and that is because this guy is good. I got to see him play on LAN in person, and he is just an animal. He is just so in the zone. He is just so focused. There's a lot of players I see whose eyes will dart up from the screen. They'll look at other players. They'll look around. But Happy is just so focused. Like, his face stays on the screen and it doesn't leave. So I'm expecting big things out of him. I'm expecting big things out of Aware. I definitely think Aware could even have a higher placing if teams don't take them seriously enough. Coming in 7th is Optic Nation. This team does play well online. We've already seen that. But after watching them on LAN, you kind of wonder who's the second Slayer on that team. Embos, Proofy, and TP, all three of them are still kind of playing the roles that they were playing on their previous teams. And between Proofy and TP, one of them has to step up and become a Slayer and stop doing objective work to help out Karma. Because Karma, as good of a player as he is, he can't do it all by himself. He's definitely going to need a second Slayer, especially with teams like, FaZe, Prophecy, Denial, Optic, where these teams just have two Slayers, or two to three Slayers, really. Right now, Nation is only looking at one. And if they want to compete with the other teams, there needs to be a second Slayer. And sixth is going to be Justice, and I don't really have a solid explanation for this other than the fact that they're online warriors. I don't know what it is about the connection. I don't know who their service provider is, but it's working out well for them. In fifth place are my homies over at FaZe Clan. They're just coming off a win at Columbus, so they definitely have some momentum rolling in their favor. They're a solid team. You guys heard me talk about how excited I was to see Slasher play on LAN, and he came through on LAN, and I'm expecting him to come through on LAN again. They did just have a team captain change. I don't think that's going to impact the chemistry too much, though, because if you listen to Aches talk about it on the sticks, it sounded like this was, pretty much 100% censor decision. Doug pretty much brought up the idea, told Aches about it, and it really didn't seem like there was much debacle from Aches other than, yeah, I accept. So I think ultimately the reason why they'll get fifth as opposed to a higher placing is these teams that are living in team houses and have a better connection, I think they'll outplay FaZe in a lot of these online matches. Fourth place is going to be the boys in blue over at Team Envious. They're a wicked solid team. You guys have heard me say before that I think that they're a better team with Formal on them now than they were, they're a better team with Clay on them now than they were with Formal on them last season. People will probably disagree with that statement, but that's okay. They live in a team house, and we know that their connection is going to be good. The only thing I see this team struggling with is just kind of getting into a point where they know what to expect from everybody. This game is still kind of early. Their team is new. They were kind of at a point at the end of Ghost where they could really just look to Formal and say, hey, Formal, go do you. And he would drop 40 kills a game. And to not say that, the rest of the guys on Team Envious didn't have to do any work, but it's very easy to do objective work and get other kills when you have Formal dropping 40 kills a game. So I think Team Envious will ultimately get into this groove and know what to expect from each other. I just don't think it's going to come as quickly and as intuitive as having Formal on the team. In third place is going to be Prophecy, and this is actually pending team issues. I think this is a highly underestimated team. They did fantastic at Columbus, way better than people were expecting. People were not expecting this performance out of Fears and Legal, and they just blew everyone away with what they were doing. And I think if Prophecy can continue whatever it was they were doing at Columbus to the Online Pro League, they're going to see a lot of success. I don't know what it is, but this combination of players just works really, really, really well. That being said, as I started with, pending team issues. Advanced Warfare hasn't even been out for a month, or it's probably been out for about a month right now, and Parasite is already on his second team. He's on his second team, and it's been a month of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So that leads me to believe that there may be future team issues. If they're not, I definitely expect Prophecy to do well. If there are, you can probably drop their placing back a little bit. So that only leaves one team that can possibly finish in first place, which is Denial. And I'm sure everyone will disagree with this. I'm sure if you took a look at anyone else's top 12, Denial would not be at the top. But the reason why they're at the top of mine is because they are the only team to 3-0 FaZe at Columbus. I know that's on LAN, but I think that says something about the team and their ability if they can 3-0 the best team right now. And the team was healthy. This was prior to Aches' thumb injury. I don't remember what video I said it in, but they can outslay Optic Gaming. There is no question about that. Just between Attach and Saints alone, there is enough slaying power to outdo Optic Gaming. So when you throw Zuma in the mix there, now you have even more slaying power. And Zuma is a utility player. He is just as good at objective work as he is at slaying. So with the help of replays, there is no doubt in my mind that Denial is going to be able to get the job done. I'm expecting them to win several events. I don't know in Season 1. Definitely in Season 1. I definitely think they're going to win an event in Season 1, and they're going to win many events throughout Advanced Warfare. I think this is going to be, the dynasty team of Advanced Warfare. I don't think they'll have the success that, the Complexity EG dynasty did, but I think this team is going to have a lot of success in Advanced Warfare, especially in Season 1, which is why I picked them to finish first. And with that, my predictions for the MLG Pro League Season 1 of Advanced Warfare are just about wrapped up. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you agree with, what you disagree with, what your top 12 looks like. I desperately want there to be a conversation in the comments about Call of Duty eSports because I'm just so in love with this subject that I want you guys to feel just the same way as I do. But that's going to be the video I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter at FisherTwelve, same as the channel name. There will be a link down in the description alongside a link to my live stream, twitch.tv/FisherTwelve. I live stream Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love if you guys could come out so I could get the chance to interact with you guys. You guys can also view my unexceptional gameplay. But once again, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and take care.